let's bring the example of the kid yesterday who messaged me what he did about Lana. What was his end game? What was his end game of sending that message? For me to see it and to know that he got a rise out of me, was that like the point of it? Like, what is the end game of someone leaving a nasty comment?
I think people are just so broken and insecure that they project that. I've actually had multiple.
This popped off.
I had multiple like situations where like haters DM me like something cruel, and I'm just saying, hey man, like that wasn't nice of you. I hope you have a great day. And they're like, oh my God, I love you so much. No, I just do it sometimes. I literally did it like on the way over here. I didn't go deep as I normally do with it. But yeah, sometimes if it randomly comes up, I'll just be like, hey, have a nice day. And they're like, oh my gosh, man, I watch all your videos. Like, I didn't mean
Yeah,
it.
that's so funny that you say that, because a lot of my stuff ends up like that too. You respond and they say, oh, I was just fucking with you. But
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's just people need to be mindful. But this one that I got yesterday that Logan pulled up, it sometimes I'll see it as like an opportunity to like create. That's a weird thing. Sometimes I'll see it as an opportunity to create. So he said, should I just read this?
I'll read it.
All right, go ahead.
Someone DM Mike, hey Mike, one question. If I masturbate on an apple and then clean it after, will you eat it? Probably not. Then how do you let yourself to make out with Lana?
Just like a nasty DM. Like why would you even ask that question? Bringing up someone's past, whatever it is.
But hold on.
Yeah. What?
It's a good question.
Well, no, I mean it's actually a horrible question. It's a terrible question to ask someone.
But
I think it's a horrible example. But like, bro, when she was on the show, we asked her like, it's got to be an interesting dynamic.
Well, it's just the whole thing is like, I don't want to use any examples of anyone on the show, because I don't want to do that. Because it's just wrong. But like, everyone on this podcast has something from their past that they are drastically ashamed of,
and we all get questioned about it.
And if someone comes up to me and they say, knowing what Logan did, how the fuck could you be friends with that kid?
Do you answer them?
First of all, I say to them, I know Logan. He's a great person. He's changed immensely. I went to, once again, keep talking about the show that I won't name. I went to motherfucking bat for you and your entire family on this podcast the other day. And people have been talking about it on Twitter all day too. That's why I'm kind of sidetracked a little bit. But I went to bat for you. I know you. You're my brother. You're my best friend.
I love you.
And I love you. I know who you are as a person and how much you've changed and how much you are different than the person that has made the mistakes of your past.
Thanks.
Similarly, I know Lana, I know Amara as the person she is now. I would read that and just to give an understanding.
I will. Yeah. I guess.
But can we talk about it right after the response or whatever?
I would do it now because we're gonna get distracted. You're taking offense to this, and based on the sentiment that like this is a very valid question that many people have. You know that, right?
No, I get it. Here's my offense.
It's worded in the worst fucking way.
Well,
and it is a dig. But like, bro, this is just a dude who's curious about something and wanted to like maybe.
No, it's not. He put it into in a fucked up respect. What it's doing is it's boiling down a human being into a piece of their past. I, more than anyone in this entire...
That's not so uncommon. It's not...
No.
It's not necessarily a good practice to live by.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. As someone who has done unspeakable things, I prefer for people to look at the man I am now and to say, wow, this person has dramatically changed their life, has made massive moves for the better, is a positive influence, and we're not going to boil him down to this one question.
But who is this?
So normally these messages come in my inbox. I'll go through. I do find a lot of brand deals in there. I'll go through the requests. Normally there won't be a response. On this particular one, I saw a great way to prove a very important point to him. And the reason it blew up on Twitter is because it was a motherfucking genius response.
However,
if I do say so myself.
However, unless your girlfriend is a virgin, she is going to have been
by 100%.
Yes, exactly. So that's why. The only difference is your girlfriend has done it on camera.
Yes,
and that's the ethical meter that is like, okay, is that weird that she did that before?
Right. That's why I love the response, which I'm about to read, but like I don't even know if I would have paid this anything. Like this dude's 7, he's never had a relationship in his life. Otherwise, his girl would definitely has had cum on her face. It's not so uncommon, and if you haven't done it, try it. Okay, so if you masturbate, he said, okay, so if you masturbate on an apple, and that apple was washed 1,000 times over the course of 3 years after you masturbated on it, and that apple was desired by every single man on the planet, especially the ones who asked, Who would eat that apple after it was masturbated on? Even though they would give their left nut and their little sister just to stand in the same room as that apple. And that apple was the baddest boss bitch of a V10 Lambo driving apple on the orchard. And that apple was so sweet, so kind, so smart, so supportive that it made every other apple look rotten in comparison. And that apple would greatly enrich my life. And by eating it, I would greatly enrich the life of that apple. Yeah, man. I'd eat the fucking apple.
Nice. How about them apples is what you should have said.
Yeah, so
that was his Twitter caption.
Oh, nice.
How do you like them apples?
There you go.
It's just sometimes like I'll find like sometimes this is the only time where you're, in my eyes, I understood exactly what you're talking about with destructive comments being beneficial, because a destructive comment gave me a reason to create something that made people think higher of me as a whatever, a writer, creator,
Bro,
whatever.
Even you probably discovered a little bit about how you feel about Lana because you put it into writing now.
Facts.
And you will see that type of sentiment towards your relationship with Lana probably forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, at what point is it like, that kid's lucky he got a response, man.
It is
It's the
difficult,
only person
though.
I've ever
like.
seen.
It is difficult though, like to deal with that, because I deal with a similar thing, and it's been a learning lesson, and it's been tough, and it makes me like a little bit insecure. Even the fact that Julia does like nude modeling.
Bro, I was on the plane with her to Miami. So was a lot of people, and she did a picture with her boobs out.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't give a fuck.
Not a fuck.
Not a
given.
fuck given.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. She did a good job covering, obviously, but like,
No, she'll take them out like
That's her thing.
She'll take them out like in front of my friends, and I'm like, wait, what are you doing?
oh no,
What are you doing? And like to even think about like the amount of dudes that have like jacked off to her.
How does that make you feel?
It's weird. It's
But
weird.
do you have like are you on one way or the other? Because that's the other question I get all the time. Like we've talked about this on the show before. People are like, hit me up and they're like, yo man, I just jacked off a huge nut to your girl. And they say and then another message like, how does that make you feel? And I go like this. I'm like, bravo, man. Thank you. That to me, I feel like you should feel like you are a compliment from that. People desire your girlfriend, the girl who has decided to call Jake Paul her man, so much that they sit and they pull on their little pecker looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Think about how
and then they tell you
and
about
then
it.
and then they immediately message you to tell you how much more of a compliment to Jake Paul can there be than, yo, I just looked at your girl and she's so hot that I wanted to whack off and tell you about it.
I hear you.
Like, what?
I hear you. I do, and that's why I'm like learning that.
Right.
But I think like I don't know. For me, it's like this. It's the weird barrier where like that. Like when I'm in a relationship with someone, I feel like that their body and their parts and their sexual intimacy should just be for me.
Private.
So it's like I'm learning to overcome it. And I actually like went to Julia's set, her last set, and it was weird because she was just like slanging it in front of me, in front of like other people and like photographers, and I'm just like at first I was like, I don't know, I feel like it was giving me like anxiety, like I was just starting to feel weird, but then like towards the end of it I started to feel a little bit better about it. So it's like I think it's something I have to like learn and overcome like those feelings. Fuck you.
You will, bro. I mean you've been with her longer than I've been with mine, so
I think it's important that you recognize for your girlfriend and your girlfriend that that's part of their art that they want to create. That's their content. There's a lot of beauty in it, and
it's work.
You got to appreciate it somehow.
And honestly, like, it's like a tough pill to swallow because, like, I'm the one that has to like suffer a little bit. But if I was Julia, like, I would do the same shit.